Welcome back, everyone, to Hearts of Iron 4. And this time we have 8 Years War of Resistance. Yes, it's back, and it's bigger and badder than ever. Two suns in the sky. Tension has been building up in the Far East. Yeah. So we're gonna be playing this. Now, the whole world is weird and kind of changed, but especially East Asia. In case you do not remember what this mod is, or you might not know, it is a mod that aims to completely overhaul Asia and make it a lot more historical. And it does. Like, believe me, the fucking research that's behind this is probably pretty nasty, and it is very, very well fleshed out and complicated as fuck. So I'm gonna play the Chinese Soviet Republic because I kind of want to. Now, I wanted to do a very difficult run where I had Japan as sort of a half strength or half more strength, and we played on veteran, but I just can't do it on veteran because you need so much political power during this. It's nasty. So we're going to instead just strengthen Japan to plus 50%. Japan is just going to be nasty. And the worst part about this is that it also applies bonuses to the Mongol military government and to Manchukuo that we're going to be saying. But yeah, like, Japan is going to be strong. And we're probably going to lose this, just so that you know. But hey, let's get right into it. And there's going to be a lot of skipping involved in this campaign because it is a waiting game, to say the least. Now, Chinese Soviet Republic. Okay, basically, a lot more warlords, obviously, as you can see. There's the ones that you know and love, like, you know, the Ma clique, although it's different because there's a lot more Ma cliques. There's Xinjiang under good old Shang Shi Cai. There's good old Yan Shishan over here, Shanxi clique, and he is cool. There's obviously good old Chiang Kai-shek, good old New Guanxi clique. There's Shandong clique, and the good old Yunnan clique. However, there's also a few other new ones that are actually conspicuously absent from regular Hearts of Iron 4, such as the Sichuan clique, which was a pretty important little thing during real life. There's the Chanbian Special Administrative District, led by Liu Wenhui. Sichuan clique, led by Liu Xiang. These two guys tried to murder each other a bunch during history. There's the very, very important Northeastern Army under Zhang Xueliang. This is the army that used to be in Manchuria and got exiled, and now they're, you know, Chiang Kai-shek, being that these guys are kind of rival to him, sent them out to just fight us in the Chinese Soviet Republic. And then there's a bunch of weird-ass random councils and little tiny entities, such as the Kumo Khanate. There's obviously the not real country. There's Shandong, and there is a bunch of weird shit around Beijing, because China was fucking complicated around this time. These people relatively get merged later on, but yeah. So let's get some research. Need land doctrines and artillery. As you can see, it's taking forever. That's because we have a very high skilled personnel shortage. We have no proper equipment design. We have unbalanced industry. We have illiterate population. We have no air force and no navy. Have fun. Hello, you are China. The Republic of China has these same problems, by the way. Although they might have just a few issues less, like skilled personnel shortage might be lower. Yeah, it looks like they don't have that. Prince defection, there's a bunch of other things that they have, such as army corruption and the Cheng dictatorship. And the blue shirts and the Central Club, but that's complicated and we're not going to get into it. Instead, we here in the Chinese Soviet Republic have the Long March recovery effort, which is obviously, you know, we had, like, at the beginning in 1933, the Chinese Soviet Republic was based mostly around here, around the Jiangxi area. And interestingly enough, they don't actually have the capital, Raijin, like sort of showing up as a little named town, or whatever. It was around here. Then the nationalists in the encirclement campaigns eventually just kind of wore down the Chinese Soviet Republic. There were a bunch of other communist bases scattered about that were conducting kind of guerrilla slash, little revolutionary uprising kinds of things. And once the Central Soviet Republic was defeated, they, kind of ran away all the way through here, and then finally here. Then they sort of met up together with all the other bases, and so now they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, this area pretty much is in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, we have industry, but that's, it's like not really industry. Like, in real life, this is one of the worst and poorest regions in China. And essentially the whole reason why they came up here to Yan'an is that it is a very defensible location. So we have to recover from the Long March. We have to, try to find a supply route to the Soviet Union so that we can justify war goes on people and join factions. Because right now we're in the middle, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. No communications are reaching us from basically anywhere. We have a fragmented government, which this is because there are still, like, troops moving in from various communist revolts all over into our little safe haven. And when they get in here, we need to sort of resolve our differences with local commanders and, individual soldiers. Because Mao Zedong's little army that had gone to here was essentially the biggest one left. But before the Long March, Mao Zedong wasn't, the most important Chinese communist leader. So, yeah, there's a bunch of unresolved issues. Anyway, the only things that we can take on our focus tree is either go west or go east, which just starts a border war with either the Ma clique or the Shanxi clique. Now, I really don't want to fight the Shanxi clique because they have serious, strong, defensive terrain. So we're gonna fight the Ninja Ma clique. And I'm not gonna pick a general because I hate border wars so much. And yeah, essentially that. So one thing that we definitely want to do is we want to merge up a bunch of our units because they're Long March veterans, but a lot of the units are lacking guns, and so yeah, there's honestly no point in keeping them the way that they are. And some of them are actually really low on experience, so yeah, it's good for us to sort of merge it up and make sure that our dudes are as strong as possible. There we go. I'm merging these two up. Actually, I need to merge this guy up. And then we merge these two. Which, once this is completed, it's going to bring us to 7 divisions. It would have been better to have 6 because that's the amount that go into border wars, but that's fine. Then we get the factories producing basic guns because our factory output right now is really shitty because of all the problems that we have. And because we have a civilian economy. There's also, and because we have low inflation. There's a bunch of problems that we're gonna need to discuss, but whatever. And we're gonna pick the go west. Then what we can do is, nothing out here. Because this all costs political power, which is important. Very important. And yeah, so that's about it. Pretty much. So let's get right into it. As I said, there's going to be a lot of waiting and skipping involved, but in the beginning I'll just show you essentially what's going on. Risk of inflation. So there's this whole mechanic for inflation. And the whole idea is there's a new economic system. So there's a few interconnected modifiers. There's supply condition, there's the economy decisions tab, and then there's the economy laws. So basically, they all interact with each other, and a civilian economy will stabilize the situation on its own, but prevent you from taking a lot of decisions, such as out here, the economic planning. We can only do that if we have some mobilization, which is going to do a bunch of good things and add stability. Now, in China, there was a big old inflation problem, and now we're having inflation, which means that everything is bad. Also, it decreases supply condition. Now, supply condition is, as it says, represents the general supply situation of our military, such as the spare rations, uniforms, blah, blah, blah. So, our economy, like, the better our economy is, the more it can support our military. And, as you can see, there's like a very weird calculation involved, and then it can either go up or down based on various factors such as inflation, stability, and the economy law every day. So because we have civilian economy, it's going up, but because we have inflation, it's going down, and because we have stability, our stability is low, it's going down. But this is not our biggest concern right now because our military is small as shit anyway, so it's really no biggie. Really no biggie. There we go. We need to consolidate this guy. And honestly, I guess we could just consolidate you guys as well. So now we have 6 divisions. And we're going to get guns. Yay. And we actually have more guns than we need. So we can start training up from you guys. And they require 600 infantry equipment. So yeah, that's pretty fine. Now, why did I say that political power is incredibly necessary and we will not be playing this on veteran? Because, as you can see, everything that you take ever requires political power. And, yeah, it's just not fun. Just really not fun. Yeah, like, for example, one of the ways that we're going to be trying, but probably failing to gain territory is border wars. Now, I fucking hate border wars in Hearts of Iron 4 because they're retarded. You can't control things, and it's just not fun. Like, if they were controllable, they'd be fun, but since they're not controllable, they're not fun. But whatever. Yeah, in fact, actually, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you can't even use fucking army abilities. It's just nasty. It's just really not, you know, not designed well. But yeah, that's one of the ways that we can control territories. And to do that, we need a bunch of political power. To later on, we can, once the fragmented government is over, we can take the Chinese Workers and Peasants Red Army, which unlocks border clash decisions, which, you know, unlock, obviously, these border events, border skirmishes. And to do those, you require a lot of political power. Then to, in the focus tree on the left-hand side, to initiate recovery from the Long March with recovery effort, you need political power. It's just, you know, and right now, one of the reasons why we have so little political power is those modifiers that we need political power to remove. So it's kind of like a, yo dude, I heard you like political power kind of thing. So it's nasty. And there's a bunch of other things that we haven't looked at, such as the foreign advisors. Then there's the different industrial concerns that have been added for China specifically. Oh, there's a nice little demonetization windmill. Then we have our political advisors that we're going to try to rush towards Liu Shaoqi, former president of China, to get the silent workhorse. And as you can see now, the border war has started. We got Judah. You're gonna be fucking see, this is one of the reasons. Again, I fucking hate this motherfucking thing. It just gave me a field marshal to fight. It's just fucking ridiculous. Although they do have a field marshal too, so I guess that's like okay. I guess that's like okay. But like, yeah, it's honestly highly unlikely that we're gonna be able to like actually fight this and win this. So we're just gonna ignore this this border war and just treat it as a waste of manpower, because that's basically what it is. And we're gonna contact Zhang Xueliang, who is the little warlord to the south of us, and he was relatively friendly to the communists on the issue of forming a united front with Chiang Kai-shek, the communists, and you know, every other political leader in China against the Japanese. And why was that? Because he used to be the leader of Manchuria, and the Japanese had invaded that. So he was understandably not, you know, the biggest fan of the Japanese as a whole. So that's basically his whole shtick. So we can contact, essentially, to arrange a tacit truce to avoid casualties, which is going to make a demilitarized zone down here. Because, like, his whole objective in being here is that he was sent by Chiang Kai-shek with his troops to fight us. But, you know. And yeah, as you can see, like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this is part of the province, but this isn't, so I have to get the guys out here. I don't even know anymore, man. And we're probably gonna lose, even though, like, our divisions are better. It's just, you know, we're attacking, so they have defense and we have breakthrough, and defense is much stronger than breakthrough, so it's kind of very unlikely that we're gonna win this, but whatever, we're fighting this. And oh, we can use force attack. Oh wow, so maybe we can win. Interesting. All right, I have decided to review my approach a little bit, and like, the date is later. That's because I tried a different strategy. Because I had to rage quit due to certain reasons. You want to see it in the video, but yeah, just know that I hate this game so much. Anyway, so right now what we're doing is that we didn't fucking get the general that can use the abilities during border wars this time, but we are still winning because we got lucky enough that the guy that was assigned as a hills fighter, and so he has a little bit of extra punch. Plus, what we did different is that instead of clicking on go west immediately, we've actually waited for a few months while training to get our army experience up. And you might be saying, well, what did this do? We managed to get it up to 5 and add 1 infantry battalion, which has been relatively effective. Not sure how much of it is due to it, but we're actually winning now. Again, I don't have any control over it though, because I can't even use the abilities this time. So I just have no fucking way of, I don't know, getting anything done. Like, I just have to hope that this time, you know, things go better. Because last time things did not go well. And another thing that this has allowed me is more time without a focus tree, aka more political power, which allowed me to get Liu Shaoqi instantly. And now we're gonna get a lot more political power, because we get like 0.25 more than we used to, which is gonna be a fucking lot of political power. 1 every 4 days. 1 every 4 fucking days. That's almost 100 more per year. That's gonna be a lot. And yeah, I feel like we're just gonna have to be trying to prioritize everything that gives us political power. And we have dealt with the inflation situation by clicking the like institute free trade or whatever, because that the free trade law makes you makes you gain inflation when you're under 15% stability, while right now we are at 20% stability. So yeah, right now we can only afford to not get inflation when we have free trade. I guess this is supposed to represent, like, the government isn't trusted, so the economy slows down and there's less revenue, thus they have to print more money, thus the government is less trusted. But if there's free trade, there's like currency flowing in from other places. I don't know. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna lose anyway. Not fun, because we're gonna defeat this one guy, this 82 Juntuan, and then, oh, but like, see, like, if we could just click force attack, this would be so insane. It would be so fucking easy. We actually, like, dealt a lot of damage to these guys. It would be really, really nice to get Ningxia, though. It would be really, really nice. Just for the extra factories. Because at some point we're gonna want to like actually build things. Right now we just don't need to, but yeah. There we go. He can get experience. And yeah, we're just trying to, you know, upgrade ourselves as much as possible. And yeah, we got this one guy to run away. We can get the second guy to run away. Oh, they're all like gonna run away at around the same time. So hopefully they're gonna die before they can get reinforced. But yeah, anyways, in the world situation, Japan is going historical, aka placate the military. And then there's going to be a bunch of weird things happening in this area. There have already been weird things happening up here. The Mongol military government has been formed from the Piling Miao Council and like the East Jahar something. And they're getting the Grand Han Righteous Army, and we're gonna fucking win this border war. That's insane. Yeah, see, they get the other guy, but like now we have all of our guys, you know, ganging up on him. So even though their other troops are gonna be coming in and helping, it's just probably not gonna be enough. Okay, let's get the recovery effort. Nice stuff. Yeah, as you can see, he gets more guys, which is annoying. Zhang Xueliang accepts our request. Great. So that gives the little demilitarized zone, the DMZ. And yeah, we're beating them again. Come on, just beat them faster. Come on. And we're getting a lot of army experience from this, which is awesome. They've got even more divisions. This is really annoying. They just keep coming back, and it's insane, and it shouldn't be happening. This honestly is just bullshit. Just like complete bullshit. When a division is sent off on a border skirmish, it should just stay away. Because it just makes this impossible to win. Like, it's been going on for months. It's been going on for fucking months. And we just keep ping-ponging them in and out. And since our guys are attacking, they can't come back. While theirs just get pushed back and come back every fucking time. Look at this. We're gonna lose this time as well. We almost had enough to win. If we had fucking abilities, we could have just crushed them then and there. But unfortunately, it's not the case. At least we're getting experience from it. But like, we're losing men, which is not fucking fun. Just fucking not fun. Fucking not fun, okay? It's not fun. And we don't even hate these guys, which is a bit of an annoyance. We need to propagandize against them. Because the fact that we don't hate them means that we can't fight them. Which is a fucking annoying thing. And yeah, as you can see, when our guys get thrown away, they, you know, they take way longer than they need to join back in because they're attacking. And I can't even fucking control anyone. So yeah, we're gonna fucking lose this again, which is going to take away our political power. God damn it. I hate it when it does that. We can improve supply conditions, but that's not a good idea because we just don't have the resources to do that. Anyway, once again, this game proves itself to be a fucking retarded mess of shit, and we need to get up to 20 with units. Now, we don't have enough equipment. What the fuck ever, who cares? We just disband units. Yeah, defeat, blah, 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 blah. I'm Hearts of Iron 4. I'm retarded. That's basically about it. Okay. There we go. Now we have decent divisions. Unfortunately, like, it would be fun to do this again, all over again, like right now, but we, again, don't have -50 relations with them. We can only fight people if they have -50 relations. And to get the -50 relations, we need to propagandize against them a fucking lot of time. Which is just absolutely insane. We need the political power for other shit right now. There we go. We've got everyone involved. Good, so now our divisions are 20 whiffs. And we don't have fragmented governments, so once we have finished the recovery, or once we have finished the recovery effort focus, we can go ahead and take the Chinese Workers and Peasants Red Army, which allows border clashes, and has a bunch of land doctrine modifiers, which is great. We want that, definitely. Fucking hell, man. Ridiculous shit. Yeah, so I'll be skipping ahead a whole bunch right now. So see you in a bit.